Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's my second week in the great old town of Bridgewater, Mass. It's Wednesday, August 30th when we are taping our show. It's a beautiful late summer day. You couldn't ask for better weather. I always love mentioning the weather before I go on to the guests because, you know, it's what everyone's really thinking about, even though they don't speak that stuff, because basically they try to ignore it. But when it's good, why ignore it? And as usual, like I always say, we have a great guest in here tonight. This gentleman is an awesome musician, Bill Dwyer. I just found him. He's got a band of his own. He's here to solo today. He actually took the day off from work just to be here, and let me tell you something, it's going to be worth it because he's got some great songs he's going to play for us. I'm going to interview him as well and find out all about him. And Bill, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me, Harrison. Really appreciate it.
Okay, well, you and I have been Facebook friends, and I don't know for how long because I've got almost 2,200 friends, and most of them I don't even know how I got, but I always say everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And so we made the arrangements last week to get you in here today. Sure. I happened to check your Facebook wall, see what you've done musically. You've showed a couple of great videos, and you performed at WMEF recently.
Yep, WEMF, yep.
I'm sorry, WEMF.
All good.
The WEMF, remember that. The WEMF FM, not the WEMF. To say that, the call letters of a radio station, it's better to write them so that you can put a vowel before a consonant so it sounds more normal.
Absolutely.
Or not normal, who cares? Normal, right?
Absolutely.
But that's not the point. You killed it at WEMF.
Yep.
And you killed it in the music videos. So you're going to play some songs for us in a little while, but before we do that, I want to find out about you. So tell me about your career in music and other things that you do in pertinence to entertainment.
Sure.
Start with music, and how long have you been doing it for?
Long story short, I've been doing it for a while. I've been in bands.
Well, what do you mean by a while? Can you ballpark it?
Absolutely, yeah. I started off in drums, on drums rather, in a band called Sugar Bitch. Can I say that?
You just did. It's too late now. I like it. It's not a swear word.
That was an ancient band. We had a lot of fun.
Well, how long ago was this?
I'd say 91, 92.
Okay, so we're talking 25, quarter of a century.
Yeah, back when I was like in my teens.
Yep. Okay.
So long story short, I played drums for a long time in a lot of different bands, and then I just kind of built up a lot of songs that I had written myself on the guitar, and kind of just got really, not disillusioned, but bands kept breaking up, and I was always the drummer, and people always like, play drums in my band, play drums in my band, play drums in my band. And I finally just said, you know what, I'm just going to stop playing the drums, as much as I love playing the drums, just to start my own band and play my songs, and I finally started doing that in probably like 2000, I think 8 or 9.
Okay.
And the band went through a bunch of different like transformations. First we were a 3-piece called Neon God.
Okay.
And that was all originals with a couple covers. And then it grew to about like a 5-piece band. And a few of the people in the band were like, we want to play more covers. So we can like make money on the weekends. And I was like, okay, cool, because I wanted to keep the guys happy. And,
right.
And we started doing more cover gigs. And then it became to be like more of a job. And it was just like hustling to get good paying cover gigs to keep everybody happy, and then we were playing almost all covers with a sprinkling of originals, and I just was like, this is not what I want to do, so I stopped doing that and I went back to playing originals, and now I have a 3-piece, Jun Saihara and Dimitri Buckler-Burtis, 2 amazing people, bass guitar and drummer, and it's Bill Dwyer Band.
This is your band now, right?
Yeah, Bill Dwyer Band.
This is known as the Bill Dwyer Band, folks. Okay, so it's a 3-piece band?
Yes.
Okay, now let's backtrack a little bit. First, 2 questions. First of all, you play drums, and so many bands wanted you for their drummer. Now, that's going to be an honor because be honest with you, I played the piano for 7 years myself as a kid, and I stopped because I never felt I could make a career at it, even though everyone thought I was really talented, but I couldn't practice, I couldn't discipline myself enough. But when I think of people being drummers in a band, I got to say it sounds like it's the most tedious part of the band, and yet every band needs a good drummer. And in fact, I've actually had musical bands on my show that were looking for a drummer.
Sure.
I had a 3-piece guitar band last year on called My Mother's Mustache. It's a pretty cool name, but they never found. To this day, as far as I know, they're still looking for a drummer.
Sure.
So what is it about being a drummer? About you being a drummer that made other people, you must have had some pretty special, rhythm talent going on to make so many bands want you. Is that true?
Basically, long story short,
you can be humble about it, but it sounds like that's pretty impressive.
People dug it, and it was definitely in demand for a while. A couple different bands were like, play with us. And I played with a few bands. I played with a couple bands in New York City.
Wow.
Back in like the late '90s, early 2000s. But long story short, drummers and bass players are like not the glory positions of the band, but if you don't have a killer rhythm section, your band is
Exactly.
If it's supposed to be a band that has a killer
No
rhythm,
persona non grata.
exactly.
Okay.
And I love playing drums. I still
Sure.
play drums, not as much as I'd like, but I do love still playing. I'm always tapping on stuff.
There you go. You
But,
can feel free, by the way, when you play your music on the guitar, if you get enough manual dexterity, you can accompany yourself on the table as well.
Sure. I might try doing that.
Okay, that's good. You don't have to. I'm just a suggestion. That's question number one. Question number two. You said that you and your bands were always doing covers and getting paid for it.
Well,
Now-
it's like in the last couple, like probably from 2010 to 2012, it was like a 5-piece band, and we were playing like Harvard University.
Okay.
They have an on-campus pub playing there a lot.
I see, a lot
And
of
it was just
parties
a lot
and
of,
stuff.
lot of
Yeah.
a lot of cover things on the weekends, and it was fun, but it turned into more of a job. And I work construction during the daytime, and that's already enough of a job. So
Okay.
it was like I wanted the music to just to be a pure art, showing the pure
Of course.
art. And,
Okay.
So-
Well, the reason what I'm getting at is now, as someone who's my show has had a lot of musicians on, a lot of bands, a lot of duos. I've had men women duos before. I've had single guitar players, like male and female. And personally speaking for myself, I love the originals. The covers, I prefer they have to have originals because originals mean that these are people or bands that are on the process of becoming great bands, or at least looking to, because it's obviously it's your own creativity come to life. So
you almost said fantasy.
what was I almost said?
I think you almost said fantasy, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to blur the line between fantasy and reality. I
No,
do
it's
it
not.
almost every day.
Okay, maybe it sounded like a Freudian slip. So what I'm asking you is, I appreciate the fact that do you feel that it's much better to do original stuff because you?
I'm not knocking covers or cover
Okay.
bands at all because I love covers. I play
Sure.
a few covers. I love going and watch a really great cover band.
Okay.
It's just that like when I first started playing music, I got into it to play original material.
Okay.
And then a few guys got into the band, and we were all like, yeah, let's make some money because we were playing it a lot. But playing original music, it's tougher to get really good paying gigs. You have to just have
It's
killer
tougher,
songs.
but it's also more rewarding if you can do it.
I agree.
But you
I
also have
agree.
to spend more time, brainstorming with your band to write things.
Exactly.
Or unless you do it yourself.
I pretty much do it all myself.
That's great.
So that's one of the things. It
Yep.
was like we were playing covers to kind of like get more paying gigs, and I was just like, what, I'm not doing this to make money at
Okay.
this level. Like I don't want to play cover music to make money. I want to play original music to make
Exactly.
money, earn a living eventually.
Sure, that's
so
what your
long
goal
story
is.
short, that's basically what I backtracked to. Let's break it down. Go back to a 3-piece and play mainly all originals. Maybe a couple covers, like maybe 20% covers or 15%
Okay.
covers. So that's where we're at now, and could not be happier because it's just pure.
Just curious now. I try to go as far back as I can with every guest. As a kid, how did you start out there? Where did you grow up, and how did you start out getting into what got you into music?
Perfect example was my dad was really into fixing things with wooden dowels.
Okay.
So
I don't know
there
what
were
a dowel is,
Dowel's
but-
like a wooden, it looks like a drumstick.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
There you go.
So, and I was always always tapping on stuff. So I got some dowels and
Okay.
the seat cushions, the couch cushions, everything became a drum.
So you played you were the furniture drummer.
Absolutely,
Kinda.
yeah.
Okay.
Everything became a drum. Walls, pots and pans, anything. And then eventually,
That's why we ask these questions. This is fascinating stuff.
yeah. And then
All right.
my uncle, my dad's brother, Frank,
Huh?
he was a drummer who did extensive touring, and,
Okay.
and he still plays drums to this day. And he's like 70.
Wow.
He gave me my first drum set, thank God. And,
Yes. And how old were you about?
I was not that old. Or not that young, rather. I was probably about 12 or 13.
Okay.
And then after that, it was just drums.
Sure.
Like just
Okay.
eat, sleep, breathe drums until I was like 20 or 21.
And your father was okay with that? I mean, you got to figure sometimes if a parent might look at a kid doing that and think, "What's wrong with this kid? Is he
Well-
missing a few screws?" But
well-
I would have said he's a creative guy.
Well, I wanted
make
to
it
play.
happen.
I wanted to play saxophone first.
Okay.
And what happened was my brother is older than me by about 3 years. My
Okay.
parents bought him a trumpet brand new.
Okay.
And then when it became time for me to pick my instrument, I was like, I want to play the sax. I was super gung ho about it. And they're like, yeah, but we already own this trumpet. So.
Okay.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So they gave me a hand-me-down trumpet, and I did well with that. I
Okay.
got first seat trumpet in school, whatever. Then I just kind of quit it because I was getting more into like the fine arts, and I was also getting more into the drums.
When you say the fine arts, what do you mean by? You mean like
Photography,
drawing, painting?
Painting,
Okay.
drawing. I went to the museum school for a couple of years.
Where's that, in Boston?
It's in Boston.
Is that the
School-
Museum of Fine Art?
The School of the Museum of Fine Arts, Boston.
Yeah, my father was a member of the board there.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a small world. Okay. All right. Well, there's your history as a kid.
Yes.
So and this what happened when you got old. Now listen, as far as I know, people watching the show are thinking, okay, this guy's got a great history, and I can attest to what you've done already is incredible. So how about playing a song, naming it, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Sounds like a plan.
And we'll keep the interview going.
Sounds like a plan.
Without further ado, Bill Dwyer, name the song, please, and have at it.
Thank you so much. This song's called South Carolina. Wrote it about a year and a half ago. I'm leaving this time to South Carolina. Long way down the rail, South Carolina. And I just want to see you smile in the deep sunshine. I got your letter the other day. The post came my way. Just one word was all you had to say, and your lipstick on the paper really made my day. I could see your eyes while you wrote those lines, baby. I just can't wait to see you, South Carolina. On the rails now, rolling fast now, flying by to South Carolina. And I really can't wait to taste your sweet key lime. Always tasting better, South Carolina. And I always know your rhythm and your rhyme. Sweet baby, always tasting better, South Carolina. Oh yeah, always tasting better, South Carolina. Oh yeah, always tasting better, South Carolina.
Oh, that was incredible.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. I got a little of the minds of Marshall Tucker coming in.
Thank you so much.
And then all the way to possibly maybe even a little George Thorogood in there. Except,
Sure,
yeah.
sure, why not?
Yeah, but that is incredible.
Thank you so much.
Was it based on a personal experience? I know you said you're shooting a music video, and a part of it is in South Carolina.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot the Massachusetts.
Is that the song you're gonna be doing?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we have a full band version of it.
You might put me in it too, by the way. Just we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
You might be in the one for Tooth and Nail, which is gonna happen.
Tooth and
after.
nail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need someone who's gonna.
I have both teeth, nails.
And you can chase me in a car getting away.
Oh, good.
Yeah. We steal something from a liquor store.
I need to have a new violation in my auto insurance list, right? After a while. Okay, why not?
Yeah, we're gonna do October 1st. We have it cast.
2 days before my birthday. I'm psyched.
2 days. So you're October 3rd.
I'm the 3rd.
Nice.
Anyone else you know the 3rd?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, that's cool. But that's fine. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and then we're gonna fly down to South Carolina probably in hopefully January.
I was actually born in North Carolina, so I'm one state away. When you say fly down, are you actually flying people? You got the funds to fly people down there?
No, okay. I have the funds to go down there. We're going to do the bulk of the shooting in Massachusetts,
right?
Obviously,
yes.
And then I'll go down there and do like So I'm probably walking around with an acoustic guitar
Okay.
in Charleston and tie that in post, editing. And,
Sure.
so we'll do
Okay,
it
just
that way.
some good backdrops.
Yeah, there's got to be some fun footage. From
That's
Charleston,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay, well, listen, speaking of your music videos, you did one. Let's talk about that song, and maybe you can even play it, Chemicals in the Brain.
Chemicals in My Brain.
Chemicals in My Brain. I'm sorry. Oh,
That's
that's
okay.
close. It's got to be
Yeah.
somebody's brain, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I saw that music video you did the other day. It was awesome. You had that. It was you and that female Asian bartender.
Jury Love, yes.
Okay.
Amazing person.
Okay.
Unbelievable story behind
Get her
that
on the
video.
show then. Tell me the story.
All
if
right,
you
so
would.
long story short, a buddy of mine, Doug Batchelder,
Okay.
from the Den Recording Studio in North Reading.
Okay.
Amazing guy. He said to me, he's like, listen, I love that song. And he says, I want to record that song. And I've been doing it on a guitar with the band.
Right. You wrote it too, right?
I wrote the song,
Good,
yeah.
Of course. Naturally.
I basically said to him, I said, I want to transcribe the guitar to a grand piano.
Okay.
And so Charles Corley, brother of Cullen Corley,
Okay.
is a great pianist.
Yep.
And Doug has a baby grand in his studio from 1915 that's been in
Wow.
his family since day one.
My
And he
goodness.
gets it tuned. It's all like super, always in perfect tip-top shape. So we went there
Yep.
to the Den in North Reading, kicked it out. It was just me singing, just vocals, Charles on the piano simultaneously.
Yep.
I don't think there was any overdubs. There might have been one small vocal overdub, but we just did it live.
Okay.
And then I asked Doug to do a lead guitar solo. That's him playing the lead guitar
Okay.
solo in the middle.
Right.
And then we just let Doug mix it. We mastered it, and then I wanted to make a video for it.
Sure.
So the video was, I wanted to. We're getting ready to actually market that in Japan. So I wanted.
Is she Japanese, the woman?
She's Japanese.
Is she?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I wanted to find
Cool.
a real Japanese person to play the bartender.
Okay.
And so I went. I looked for one online. I went to a couple modeling agencies, and they said, well, this person might be a great fit.
Why was this your intent going in? Did you have to have models, have someone from Japan be in the video?
Yeah, I wanted.
Why Japan?
Because Japan. I've been doing a little bit of research,
Yeah.
and in my spare time, which is non-existent.
I understand.
Japan buys more music supposedly
Yeah.
than the rest of the world combined times 4.
Cool.
So like they're constantly buying music,
Wow.
buying music. So I figured, why not make a video with someone who's Japanese? Maybe there might be an association thing where they just buy it, because the song I think is pretty strong.
It is.
So and Jury loves the song, and which is unbeknownst to me, when we met, the modeling agency sent her the
Yep.
song.
She's a pretty girl.
She sent back. She's an amazing person,
Yep.
and she's a lifelong piano player.
Okay.
She's a professional. She's been playing for like around 25, 30 years.
I'll have to get her on the show.
She's amazing. And oh my God, we definitely have to, because she
Okay.
has an amazing family and
Sure.
an amazing story.
Yep.
And she's an amazing musician, just an all around lover.
Does she
She's hitting
sing
that
too?
microphone. She does sing, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing
In
person.
English?
Yes. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't know if I was singing in Japanese, but
Yeah, and we filmed the video at the Upper Deck
Okay.
in Salisbury Beach.
okay. Oh, I know that's right. Salisbury. That's right.
Big shout out, yeah.
Salisbury's a great town.
Big shout out to Louise Roberge and everybody up
Okay.
there.
Now you grew up. Yeah, you grew up on the Cape, but you moved to north of Boston. Right?
I was born in Medford.
Medford.
My family was in Mission Hill,
Okay.
in Roxbury, Mission Hill, and Medford, and we were like,
All
that
right,
was
well-
where we lived. And then we moved to the Cape,
Okay.
and then I moved right back to Boston after like 9 years to go to the museum school when I was 18.
Okay. There you go. All right. Let's get back to the video with what's your name? Jury.
Jury
Okay.
Love, yeah.
Yep.
So she was the bartender. So basically, I went to a Marshall's that morning. I bought all these like little tea candles.
Okay.
We lined the bar
Yes.
with tea candles, and we just said, let's just play the song a million times. And I said, I don't want it to be any, speaking in the video. I just want there to be like lots of body language, eye contact.
Sure.
Tell oh, by the way, Brenna Very and Michaela Smith were the director and assistant director.
Cool.
Amazing job. Brendan and Michaela do amazing work, so
Okay.
seek them out online. And so, long story short, I had storyboarded it, and I gave the storyboard to them, and they made it their own, and they did an amazing job.
They did. You want to play the song?
Sure, I'll play the
Okay,
song.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
Absolutely.
Without further ado, Chemicals in My Brain.
Thank you so
by
much.
Bill Dwyer.
Chemicals are in my brain, farther from the same for me. I said tonight, take me there, I really wanna go. Take me there, but take me really slow. Warm just like a young candle glows. Ooh yeah. Let me see what you wanna show. Now the time has come for me to help you. Will you let me please? Whoa yeah. Oh, I said tonight. Oh, I know you want me to, so let me see. Take my hands with these memories. Oh, you're all and everything I wanna be. So let's hold each other and we'll never leave. Chemicals are in my brain, farther, farther from the same for me. Take me there, I really wanna go. Take me there, but take me really slow. Warm just like that young candle glows. Ooh yeah. Let me see what you wanna show. Chemicals are in my brain, farther, farther from the same for me. Take me there, I really wanna go. Take me there, darling, oh, don't you know? Warm just like that young candle glows. Ooh yeah. Let me see what you want to show. Oh, let me see what you want to show. Yeah, let me see what you want to show.
Oh, awesome. Is that man with passion or what? That
So much.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Passion and heart.
You got it. You
That's
got
what
it
I keep
all.
hearing, those two words.
Yeah, no, I know.
Very appreciative of that.
Okay, so you make a lot of music videos, do you?
Trying to. I mean,
Okay.
it's whatever my
More-
budget
I
can
mean,
afford.
what was the first? How long ago? This was 2014. You made that one. Was that your first one?
2014, we made Boomerang last year.
Boomerang was beautiful.
you so
That's the
much.
one you did on WEMF.
Yeah, well, there's a version on WEMF, and we made a studio version we shot at the Bell in Hand in Faneuil Hall.
Okay, wow. So tell me, where have you performed? Have you performed, like you said you performed in New York? Well, just give me just a quick ballpark. What venues have you performed
Pretty much
in?
played every venue, almost every venue in Boston and Cambridge, like the Middle East up, down,
Okay.
the Bakery.
But the Rat?
The Rat, I played the Rat a bunch of times.
Cool,
Yeah, back
okay.
in the day, yeah.
That-
On drums for that.
Okay. Oh, that was a while. How about Hard Rock? Anytime?
I played the Hard Rock Cafe once in Boston.
Boston, okay.
Yeah, that was actually 2 years ago at the Hard Rock.
Was it? Okay, yeah. I actually did a show there once.
Actually, you brought that up. What a plug! What a timing for a cue.
Of course. Go ahead,
Renaissance
plug
After
it.
Sundown. 15
Can we get a little
songs.
close up on that card here? That's his what do you call it? His video
This is
download.
a CD. It's a download. It's a download card. But we actually shot this at the Hard Rock. You can see the A
Okay.
from the Hard Rock Cafe.
All right. Cool.
So long story short, Renaissance After Sundown. It's on CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon, and Google. You can look for it on our Facebook page and also BillDwyerband.com.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. It's amazing. So yeah. So what is your goal for the future? You eventually want to make you full-time rocker and.
I mean, I'd love to basically tour a couple times a year, and I'd love to make a living off it. I'd love to live the dream like everybody wants to.
You do
know
get
what I mean?
paid for it though, right? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to drop my tool belt and stop doing construction and just do this. Obviously, at this point, I'm
Well,
still.
hopefully
I
this
still
show will help. This show will help you get there. We're gonna go viral.
I would love that. That would be
the show
great.
is streamed. Well, guess what? We got 5 minutes to go. You wanted to give those shouts out? Give them. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Do a quick shout out. First of all, I just played a show called, a show at Burlington, Vermont, and played Radio Bean. there. It
Radio
was a
Bean, I love the
blast.
name of that.
But I went to Burlington Records in Burlington, Vermont
Okay.
on Monday morning.
Okay.
Matt's the owner of that amazing place. Bought a couple records there, and he's just a super, super cool guy. We had a good conversation for like a half an hour.
Okay.
So Burlington Records, and let me do a quick shout out here.
Yeah, you made some notes as we were
Got to
starting
make
to get
notes.
ready to go.
If I can find them.
Okay.
This is a new
Well,
booklet.
just, we got to condense them, but
All
do
right,
what you
so
can.
long story short, big thanks to Brenda Levette and Clarissa and Simon, and Colin Lena, Charles Corley and Andy Valavzine, Charles Murphy and Kim, Jun Saihara, Dimitri Buckler-Burtis, Radio Bean Zuzu, Tom Tipton. Let's see. I'm also playing a Hurricane Harvey benefit tomorrow night at the Walnut Street Cafe in Lynn.
Oh, that's great,
I'll
yeah.
be doing 3 songs at 8 o'clock, opening the show. Joe Diaz, happy birthday. The big 3-0 again. Kane, Tim, Jimmy, Dana, the crew, everybody at Kitchen Works, everybody at Allen Plumbing. And we also did a tour last year. So everybody, Johnny Kowalski, Mitch, Christian, I know I'm going to forget people, but we did it.
That's okay.
2 weeks.
They'll all see the show and they'll all understand.
Yeah,
You're giving as many
yeah.
stuff.
So everybody we did the Europe thing with last year, thank you so much. Helen, Tina. I know I'm going to forget some people, but I will make it up to you. I promise.
Yeah, he will. And by the way, that person, that friend of yours who turned 30 today, he was born on a Sunday. I remember it well.
All right, I'm going to have to
Well,
run
yeah,
that by him.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope you had a good time with
I
me.
had a blast. Absolutely. Yeah.
And what I want you to do is I want you to give all your people that act in your music videos and anyone that's in entertainment, tell them about Topic Time. I'd love to get them in here. I'm going to give you some business cards before we wrap it. After we're done.
Sure.
And and your future looks pretty bright. And
I'm having fun. That's all I want to do. Fun is number one.
Fun
with
is
me. That's
number
all I
one in
care.
life.
Live life like you're alive. That's all
Exactly.
I care about.
Yeah,
I don't
I
watch
think
TV. I mean, I do watch binge watch Netflix. Excuse me.
Just quickly, have you done any acting? I thought you mentioned it that you can.
I've done some acting. Yeah. I mean, I got to put more of an emphasis on getting that kind of put together. I've done
Okay.
some acting. I mean, I've obviously acted in my own videos, but I've done some acting and other things. Did some actually Brenna Very and Michaela Smith. How I got to do the Chemicals in My Brain video was we had a mutual friend,
Sure.
and they asked me to act in it.
There you go.
And I acted in their thing, and we bartered, and they shot the video that I had the storyboard for. So
Beautiful.
that's how we did
Okay.
that. So-
Well, on that note, I just want to say you've been a great guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and we're gonna, and again, I make everybody I have in here is more connections. And are you ready to rock and roll with this?
Sure.
Okay, folks. I hope you all have a happy Labor Day. I think we're going to have to, take a week off. I hate taking a week off. I love hosting Topic Time, but after that, we will definitely have more great guests. And you ready to? You got the gist of it when we started. So, folks, thanks for watching Topic Time Bridgewater. Have a great week, great Labor Day, and we'll see you next time. And here we go. Take care. We can go a little longer.
Sure.
Now I get my drumming in too. You can get a little in if you want. Oh, I probably wrecked the CD doing that. All right. All right, I'm going to very slowly fade it out. There you go. All right.